Hi guys, we've got another Deathwatch roll call update here. Basically I said I'd do a bit of the background to the guys in the box, so we're going to go over some of the characters. I'm going to split it into two videos and just look at what it says about them, just to get a bit more detail on what they're about. And if you haven't got the game, it'll give your guys what haven't bought the box a little bit of information about it. So right, we'll crack on. So we'll just read a little bit of the introduction, just to gear an heads up on where the Deathwatch are at. So basically, these gene stealer cults are on an adamantium mine in the delivery world of Gosar Quintus, and basically they've been sent down to stop all gene stealer cult and get rid of them. So basically there's a powerful brood with some intelligence, basically the sort of the gene stealers have gone down to the planet and basically they actually take over the miners. They're able to control the miners, so that when the gene stealers come themselves and they're like other nids, if you want to call tyrannids or nids or whatever you want to call them, if they come down, they're not shocked by what form they are, so they can easily succumb a world and take it over, basically. So nobody's actually like shocked what they look like, and nobody runs screaming and scared. So they can basically take the planet over before they even get to it. So it's basically just so they can get to the world where mass panic, and it's easy for them to control and take over. So they basically take over the miners and the people settling on the planet first, and then come down after and take the world for themselves. So basically you've got some cults, gene stealer cults, running around causing havoc. So basically Deathwatch is sent in to rectify that. So basically we get to the first guy. I wouldn't know exactly how to pronounce it, but I'd say it was Orton Cassius. That's what I'd say. Your guys can make your own mind up how you want to pronounce that or whatever. And basically, he's a chaplain. His chapter is the Ultramarines, and his oath of binding is "Bane of that which lurks." And it says, Cassius is a man of impressive presence, even for a warrior of Ultramar. His gaze is cold as the void, and amongst the ranks it is said he could stare down a pack of Denorian clawed fiends with the intensity of his contempt. Cassius was put forward as an exemplar of the imperial values by Lord Macragge himself, and rightly so. Since his oath is inspirational, hatred of the Xenos has galvanized every operative he has spoken to. Ultimately, in the eternal crusade, such indomitability conviction is the greatest weapon of all. Great trust has been placed on Cassius. He carries the deadly Crozius Arcanum rod and the protective Rosarius force field of his former office, and also bears the tone of Ectoclads, a unique treatise upon the Ordus Xenus, most hard-won secrets. These artifacts are in safe hands. Notably, Cassius resisted psycho-domination simulations without so much of an elevated heartbeat. These qualities make him ideally suited for further our pursuance of the Broodlord strain, an exactorial threat that may include sinister psychic capabilities. The will of the Emperor drives Cassius with the Watch Commanders mark his progress well. So that's basically it, Cassius's introduction. As you can see, I stumbled my way through that. I'm not very good at reading and recording at the same time, but I did say I'd do it for you, so I am trying. Not that it makes anything better, but yeah. So that's the first guy, and then second guy is Rodricus Grit, and he's a devastator. He's from Imperial Fist, and his oath of binding is rain steel upon them. And an expert but unsuitable heavy weapons operative, Grit is never more content than when wreaking indiscriminate destruction upon his enemies. Over 100 picked feeds of Grit exist, archived by his servo skull spotter, that show the battle brother sowing thunderous explosions through hordes of aliens assailants with his frag cannon. Each explosion is aimed to tear apart not of foes, whilst showering those nearby with their bloody remnants. Panic and confusion soon follow. It is a matter of some pride to Grit that he has single-handedly broken Xenos charges on several occasions. He is a messy killer, and he takes no pains to hide it. This is perhaps the root and cause of the rivalry between brothers Grit and Donatus. In recognition of his extreme cull ratio, Grit was offered captaincy of the Imperial Fist 9th Company, but instead took active heavy weapons service in the ranks of the Deathwatch. So he's a cool character, likes plenty of destruction, likes his heavy weapons. He's probably one of my favourite in the box. Out of all of them, him and the Space Wolf, they're my two favourite. So yeah, it's quite a good story behind him. So the next guy is the Dark Angel, Zamian Gudriel. I think that's the name of an actual angel in our times. Gedriel, yeah, it rings a bell. It probably is. That's where they get a lot of the Dark Angels names from. He's a company champion, and his oath of binding is the Vigil Unceasing. So he's a brother sergeant, and is the oldest of the most experienced of the operatives on the Deathwatch current roster of souls. Uncannily observant, he has excelled in the role of battlefield tactician in every segmentum. By finding the chinks in the armour of the alien, he has secured victory time and time again. His skill with a power blade is well known amongst the Deathwatch, and his sheer determination has seen him fight after suffering grievous wounds. Yet Gedriel is a man of few words, preferring to observe and then act rather than debate. He has little respect for those that are boastful or wasteful of his time. In the past, Gedriel has come to blows with those initiates who have railed against his content and often intrusive vigilance, but the watch captains turn a blind eye. They would be loath to lose Gedriel's experience and always quick to prove his worth in what they in white heat of war. Not bad. The model's not that good. It's not bad, but it's not that great. The model sounds like a pretty decent character. He's not one of my favourite in the box, but at least he's somebody different. And then Donatis is second Ultramarine you get in the box, and he's a Stern Guard veteran from Ultramarines, and his oath of binding is death inescapable. Donatis is an expert shot, arguably the most skilled wielder of the sacred bolt gun in the Deathwatch chapter. He is unrivaled in the use of specialist ammunition, invariably selecting the right bolt to slay the enemy before him. Additionally, Quartermaster reports detail his expenditure of ammunition is extremely economical, indicating the propensity for one-shot kills. Donatis won the Laurel Imperialis in the Lax Skull and the Marksman Honour in the space of single year. An unprecedented achievement, however. When the matter was raised during his induction protocols, he was quick to change the subject. Captain Cassius requests Donatis' attendance to every mission he undertakes and will usually bestow the mantle of command upon him during the formation of combat squads. Thus far, Donatis has turned down offers of a permanent position of leadership, implying an unseemly lack of ambition. So he's a pretty decent character. It's a bit, I don't know, we get two Ultramarines, not bad, but they probably could have done something different in another chapter, just to give us a bit more variation. Then we'd have had all different ones. They maybe could have done, let me think, I'm not sure. I mean, we've got an Imperial Fist, a Dark Angel, Blood Raven, Blood Angel, Salamander, White Scar, Raven Guard, Iron Hand, and two Ultramarines. Not bad. Just trying to think what other chapter they could have done. I mean, I suppose he is an HQ guy, the chaplain. So yeah. And then we come to Dren Redblade. This will be the last one I'll do out of these, and then I'll do another video for the rest of them, I think. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then we might go into some of the weapons and things. So yeah, Dren Redblade is my favourite out of the lot. I like the model for him. He's a Bloodclaw, he's a Space Wolf. Slain them in great measure is his oath of binding. Young and gifted recruit of the Space Wolf chapter, Dren is a loud, brash and cocksure fighter who reveals in his own prodigious abilities. It cannot be denied that his prowess in arts of close combat are remarkable. Despite his propensity to forego his bolter in order to plunge headlong into the fray, he is yet to get himself into a situation he cannot overcome through violence. Before induction into the Deathwatch, Redblade was elevated from the ranks of novitiate to a member of Khazral Grimblood's Flame Hunters, a promotion that is tantamount to a death sentence, yet is tenure in this famously reckless brotherhood only saw Dren excel all the more. Some say Red Blade was recommended to the Deathwatch so his Wolf Lord would free his incessant boasting but con constantly impressive kill statistics show he is worthy an operative as any other. So yeah, he's my favourite in the box. Really cool. They're all really nice, but him and the Devastator guy are probably my favourite. I just like heavy weapons guys and how they look. Although I do like Chaplains, but I'm not a big Ultramarines fan, but isn't Deathwatch, so it's cool. I really do like Deathwatch, the fact that they're made up of all different chapters and everything. So yeah, I'll leave it there, and we'll go over the next guys in the next video. If you want to jump on board Deathwatch campaign, drop me a message. I'll meet up for some games somewhere local to where you are, or you can come up to my local game store or wherever's suitable. So yeah guys, I'd like you to jump on board, so leave a comment. Anybody painting any Deathwatch up, send me some links to some videos to watch, or send me some pictures. Drop me a message and I'll give you my email address so you can send them along. And I might be doing a competition at some point regarding Deathwatch. So keep peeled for that, and I'll catch you in the next one guys. Cheers.